Good evening and welcome to all our viewers on SpeedGaming Prime. Welcome back to the Zelda 1 Randomizer 2025 Winter Tournament. It is bracket time, and the High Rule bracket brings you a first round matchup. Number 9 seed Malchior versus the number 56 seed MrDunlo. Moonrise and Phoenix here bringing you the matchup. And joining me in the booth, another 5-star commentator, Tracy M. Welcome back. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you and to everybody out there in Chatland. Yeah, I mean, the seeding may show Malchior as the favorite, but MrDunlo easily could take this one, especially in a one and done series. You know, this is not going to be best of 3. Whatever happens tonight, that's going to be the result. And yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting matchup.
Absolutely. And this is their first head-to-head I can see here. There have been 19 races between the two of them, and it's actually MrDunlo holding the 12-7 edge. However, Malchior has won 3 of the last 5.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I feel like Dunlow's been around a little bit longer, so maybe built up a bit of a lead on that earlier. But yeah, apparently they haven't played head-to-head, so that's we'll see what they can do going up straight up against each other.
Absolutely exciting to see these two stalwarts of the community going up against each other. Also, for those of you curious, winner tonight as we get started around 1Q2. Winner faces the number 24 seed Alsoa in the next round.
Our first location is a shop that we hope to never need. I don't think either one of these guys is a shield buyer, an expensive meat. And I guess, you know, the blue ring, if the money works out properly, could be a thing, but I wouldn't expect it. We do have any roads. Okay, that's the first, you know, we got one near our start screen. We got one near the vanilla start screen, so that's a good, forgive the pun, start.
It'll be more fun if we can find a wood sword quickly. And, well, we've got a vanilla price candle, and
that's some good shopping. We got a decently priced key, vanilla candle, and decently priced bombs. Nothing special on those prices, but like low enough that easily we'll be seeing that shop a few times, I think.
I mean,
okay, second any road not so great because it takes us very close to where the second one did, but third one takes us to the Deadwood. So usable because the first one's near start, but not great.
Yeah, well, you can at least give that about 6 out of 10.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Give that a passing grade. I mean,
it passes because the first one is right at start, so it makes it very easy. We're going to see that any road a few times, I think.
Indeed. So a lot of route divergence really early. MrDunlo heading for the grave. First secret of the day. It's the big one.
Nice. Go back and buy that candle right now.
I would do that, but first check the depth armor, see if the item's there. It is, and oh wow! How about a bow for your Armos item?
That's a good Armos item. Now, I would still, if I were Malchior, I'd go back and get that blue candle immediately. Start burning some bushes. MrDunlo's not going to be long from that bow because I think what his plan is to hit the Grave Armos and then screen wrap over to the Death Armos, and then he'll get his bow there. But he's got to survive this screen.
And that's not going to happen.
He's not getting off. That level 6 not going to work out for him. So he's maybe going to do these other Armos locations first, which is fine because there's only 2 of them that are left. No, I guess only 1 of them that's left.
That was
Ghost item is a boomerang.
Yep. Nah, that's staying there.
I don't care what y'all say. Yeah. No, the only way we pick that up is a world wrap, and there's not likely to be a world wrap when your start screen is already that close.
So Malchior looks like he's going to do exactly as you said. Going to get that candle and probably a couple of bomb packs.
The repairs take it away. Oh yeah, heck yeah.
I mean, 13 rupees, 35% off. You do that.
Yeah, we don't know where there's an arrow shop yet. If I knew where there was an arrow shop, I might not buy 2 packs of bombs. I might want to try and save for those arrows. We don't know where the arrow shop is. Could be the rare shop. We might not see it for... Oh, there's the arrow shop. 66 rupees for Dunlo.
Yeah, 66 rupees. Also at the gambling tree right on this screen is level 4.
$29 for the mid-secret. Not great. I'd rather have the better mid-secret than the better large secret, because sometimes you get that large secret and just all goes to door repairs, or you know, it can overflow as well. Like the mid secret doesn't do. Oh god, there's a
Oh
wand.
my
for Dunlo.
goodness.
We might actually have to finish this dungeon if it's not Wizrobes or Dodongos.
I mean, you find a wand this early, you feel like you hit the jackpot.
Oh, absolutely.
This is
There's
your
map.
map.
We have no
you're
bomb
locked.
so we can't go any further without bombs.
I don't see Malchior being too late to this either. I mean,
No, I mean with the start screen where it is, yeah, he'll get there.
Yeah, or level 3.
Level 3 is not going to have a wand, but it could have a white sword.
Yeah, I mean, or you know, go wild. Find the silvers early.
I mean, when you already have the bow, that'd be pretty sweet.
It absolutely would. I mean, you've got 62 arrows in your quiver if that happens. Oh, and
hey, there's a sword right up
wow.
in the vanilla letter cave.
Wood sword, yeah, letter mountain, and level 3 can go places because that's a bunch of blue dark nuts, and yeah, Malchior isn't going to be able to do anything about that for a little while.
Yeah, that's going to be good when Dunlo gets over there. He's going to have the wand and the wood sword. And Dunlo has not been to the Armos item to get his bow, nor to get that large secret that's right next to there.
Yeah,
because he decided to. His plan was to wrap around from the grave. I think he might try that again. Let's see if he decides to go towards the grave first.
1Q8, not much there, just a gambling game.
So yeah, he hasn't seen he's seen the candle shop. He hasn't gotten enough money to get it yet. Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's going to do. This time he won't go on to the level 6 ladder, because he's already seen that's nothing.
Yeah, the seaside, just a potion shop, as Monocle Rock doesn't even open.
Yeah, it's one of those 1/3 to open locations that will open about 1/3 of the time.
Malchior that. Interesting way of doing it, but it'll work just the same. Unfortunately, that's a door repair for 20 rupees, vanilla.
Yeah. Well, he should be able to afford the arrows when he finds that shop, so that's really good. And he'll probably get this wand and the sword out of 4. He's gonna get the sword first, as it turns out.
Yep. And the arrows are 66, so Malchior is going to be able to afford that as well.
Yep. There's no door repairs between here and there. Well, actually, I say that, but there's this bomb spot that he's about to go to.
There is.
And as long as this is not a door repair, he's going to be able to afford those arrows.
And no,
okay, just a money-making game. Unfortunately, he chose not to gamble.
I mean, he's gonna be thankful he didn't real shortly, unless he dives this. No, or maybe
no, he's just opening the door.
Yeah, he's pirouetting. There's the bow for Dunlo.
And he's gonna hit this large secret, and he'll be able to afford his candle. Doesn't necessarily need to buy bombs because he's got the sword. Yeah, go get your candle, dude.
Another thing to note, Malchior has a key right now and might be tempted to use it.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Yeah, I imagine Dunlo goes and gets his candle, then probably goes back over towards level 4, gets his arrows. Except the door repair is going to say otherwise. He doesn't quite have enough for both, but he's close enough that he should be able to afford it shortly.
Beautiful bomb force from Malchior. Just that we write those up, right?
Yeah. And Dunlo grabbing the pizza, which we know is a heart container.
Nice little thematic change there, as Dunlo's sprite is a Ninja Turtle. This may be the item in 4. It is...
the heart. Well, no, it's not the item. We saw the item in 4. The item in 4 was the wand.
Yes, and that just shows how much I'm paying attention right now.
I mean, we're up until this tournament, we were trained to think that if we go into a stair, like Heart Shuffle being off, that the stair is going to be the item, right?
Right.
I mean, if Heart Shuffle were off, we'd have the same thing, but then you could have 2 hearts, and it could have been an item, but yeah.
Now Malchior's going to want the Triforce from here as Dunlo gets his candle.
Yeah, he might need a key to go any further. There's one more room. This room right here could be the Triforce room, could drop a key. Same with the room to the left there, although we haven't seen it yet to see if it actually can be a drop room or not. There's
wow.
the Triforce. Nice.
Okay, game. That'll work. And Malchior out in front. 1 Triforce to none. Pick up in 4.
Dunlo finds level 3. He's probably going to do a little bit of that 3 since he's got weaponry. Yeah, go Malchior.
Oh, interesting pick.
Reason why you don't buy the arrows?
Especially since you've got the bow.
You've got the bow. You've got the money. We have no idea where the silvers are. I don't understand not buying the bow right then and there. Or sorry, buying the arrows right then and there.
Let's see.
I don't understand Dunlo not picking up that key. Maybe he was hoping for a Kananaki opportunity in the next room, but that ain't happening with these blue dark nuts and 2 shutter doors.
Yeah. Okay, so we have eyes on the small secret as well. How about 18 rupees, Tracy?
18's good.
Yeah.
Love a good small secret. That's like an actual functional small secret.
I mean, it's worth a bomb pack.
Yeah.
And see, it can also patch up a door repair, like what just happened right there. One Q5. Do you have anything? No, it's just another door repair. Fun times for Malchior.
Yeah.
Chat letting us know that is absolutely correct. 18, 29, and 119 are our secrets, and a -20 door repair. Malchior finds 6. I will guess that's in the waterfall.
I mean, that's the area he was heading into, so probably. And there's our meat.
Okay.
Probably not required based on where it is, but we don't know that for sure, so we don't have a map. Early Triforce is 6. I would just grab this and leave and come back if the game tells me to.
Yeah, I'll wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah, we don't know the Triforce requirements. This is going to be a big dungeon because it's level 6.
Yeah, biggest of
not
the...
Not that hard to get to. Oh, and Dunlo almost had those darkness down, and that takes a death.
Oh. Yeah, Malchior with 1 more heart container, and that served him well in 4.
Yeah, Dunlo's going to bail on level 3.
And level 2 with the White Sword Cave.
Yeah, that's a better dungeon than 6.
Oh yeah, you're not getting out of here without boat items.
I mean, unless they're blocked somehow. But yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen blocks all over the place in this tournament, so it is entirely possible that this happens again. Another heart container for Dunlo. Meanwhile, up to 5.
More pizza.
Yep.
More pizza, more yummy.
That's 66% chance of getting the White Sword item should we find it. The heart requirement for the White Sword item, for those of you who don't know, is 4 to 6 hearts. Of course, we won't know how many until Dunlo tries to pick it up.
Unless Malchior finds it first. And we may never know. If it's 5 or 4, we won't be able to tell the difference. There's a hint shop. That one wasn't too pricey. 54 for one of them, but I think it was a 21 and a 10 for the other 2.
Yep, 85 rupees total.
Yep, so not too bad. Not as close to start as you might like, but, close enough we can still do a scum on them.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta find the book first, though. Oh, hey, look, we've got ground beef.
There's our cheap meat, but I think we don't, looking like we don't need it.
Entirely possible. Wait a minute.
Malchior going for the bomb Kananaki, but that doesn't work when the wall doesn't actually bomb, so.
I was wondering what Malchior was trying there, but you're right. And I guess that's it for level 2 for the time being. Keys becoming a problem.
Yeah, that would have been the argument for staying in level 6. Level 6 can give you a bunch of keys early. Those bigger dungeons, sometimes will just be key heavy.
Yeah,
the smaller dungeons will block you out.
The problem with level 6 is that it's a time vampire.
The problem with level 6 is it's huge.
Exactly, it's a
problem with
time
level 6.
vampire.
Okay, so Malchior grabs the key. Still hasn't bought the arrows for his bow. We do still have a couple large secrets. The large secret is pretty significantly high today, so I would rather see the arrow purchase personally, but the key purchase is a close second.
I mean, hey, if level 2 has the any key, Malchior is grinning from ear to ear.
Oh, for sure. Buy one key to get all the keys? Yeah.
Or buy one key to get your silvers.
Yeah, that would also work.
Yep. Let's see if either comes to fruition.
I don't know if he saved before he did this. I would like to see a save just in case you use the key and don't get anything out of it.
Yeah, no save, I believe. Let's see.
Although, if he saved before he bought the key, he could get the money back.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. Arrow purchase for MrDunlo.
Go must be gone. Segmented, not segmented. Well, I mean, it still could be, but that block doesn't push.
There's your map. And no segment.
Definitely not segmented.
What is that?
Takes for a 2. Gonna grab the Triforce because half a heart. We'll grab the Triforce and walk back in.
3 Triforces in 15 minutes. Malchior must be feeling pretty decent.
Yeah, I'd be a little bit concerned about not getting items. Didn't get the item out of 6. Didn't get the item out of 2. Is gonna get the item out of 2. At least try to. Has 0 keys, so he's gonna go already key blocked.
Well, this could be a key drop, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, this is a drop room in every dungeon, so yeah, you absolutely clear it. You hope for a key or the item.
Or get the item. That is not an insignificant drop here in 2. Dunlo finding 6 meanwhile.
Dunlo's gonna end up in 2 first. He wants to see this spot before he goes back into 6.
That is one of the more creative descriptions of a map that I've ever seen. Hubert riding a pony. I mean, props for creativity there, chat.
Level 3? I did not see where... Oh, wait, we saw this earlier. Back to level 3 near the vanilla start location.
Yeah, and then there's this, that Dunlo got into trouble, and Malchior just said, no thank you, I don't have a sword yet.
Yeah, I mean, Dunlo got through this room, but then had trouble in a later room. This room isn't too bad, because you can keep yourself, if you go up through the blocks, you can avoid the dark nuts, but he's taken at least 1 hit here, and is not able to grab that heart. If he'd had the arrows from the bow, he could have just grabbed that. Careful, grab the grab the fairy.
Yeah, I was about to say another thing that the community says from time to time. DDIAF, I believe it goes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this was this room right here that Dunlo got stuck in and tried to clear it and was unable to.
Malchior doing a pretty fine job of it as Dunlo begins exploring level 2. Has a key, though.
Yeah, I think he's coming in here with 1 more key than Malchior has. So he's going to be able to open this door and get to the Triforce. Yeah, there's that meat block.
Yeah,
I have to... checking for a transport.
I have to believe the bait won't be needed tonight, and Dunlo's going to go explore the north end of this. There's a Triforce.
Yeah, he's got more health. Malchior got to the Triforce room with half a heart.
Yeah, and didn't want to continue exploration. This may be the item in 3 for Malchior, unless it's the heart, and it is.
It is the heart. You know, this is the second time this tournament that we've had that I like turtles message and then MrDunlo seed. It's like isn't that funny?
Yeah, there's a little bit of irony to it.
It's actually one of my more favorite messages because it's so short, but not so short that if you're at the end of your route and want to up out of a door repair, you can still do so.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Malchior does find the Triforce in 3, doesn't want to pick it up though, and I don't blame him at this point.
Yeah, you want the item and we know the item's on the floor. You want it at this point.
Yep.
Dunlo is going to full clear the top of this tube before he gets his book. Did get the heart container and has gotten some extra keys for his trouble, so this is not completely a waste of time.
Oh, so that wasn't the back end of level 3. Interesting.
Also of note, level 3 not segmented. I see segmented level 3s all the time for some reason.
Uh-oh.
This could be the floor item right here, and no arrows, and no key to go further. So that could be a huge advantage for Dunlo when he gets over there, because he's bought the arrows and gonna have these extra keys out of this dungeon.
Unless the item again is near the entrance and we just didn't look at it.
Yeah, certainly possible. We didn't have the map to have a good idea of where everything was. Oh yeah, Malchior having a little bit of trouble here because those darkness are stacking up at the bottom. I mean, just can't get away from all of them.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the deaths you just have to shake your head and go again. Oh, Leafy Sea Dragon, chat says.
I think Dunlo's seen... Okay, he's seen all the top of this too. He's gonna grab the Triforce and they go back in. He'll get his book. And of course, the real issue with this level 3 is every time you want to do something, you have to go through this blue Darknet room.
Yeah. Actually, I think we have seen... Oh! That was, probably the controller eating the input there.
Alright, Dunlo's gonna get out of this too with one key. I think Malchior had none. Because we were hoping either this was the item or the key drop, and it's the item. And there's the book for Dunlo. We'll see if he goes and does anything level 6.
Yeah,
nope, doesn't want to do 6 yet.
I think the goal here is
the free Triforce is just right there at the start, but
I think the goal here is to get to that hint shop you saw near Vanilla Start.
Yeah, he should have enough money for it because it was pretty cheap.
He does. It was 85 rupees for the trio. So let's get some info, folks. What do we got?
Okay, we have a dungeon up behind the raft.
Raft required tonight.
Well, we don't know that.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold the phone here.
Yeah, it's either 2 raft. Either we have 2 raft dungeons, or we have 1, 8, or 9 behind the raft. So that's really interesting.
Either way, now you know the raft is required.
Useful. We don't know it's required because it could be a 5-try seat. We might never have to go to that dungeon. But that dungeon could be level 9 because neither one of those items is one of those important items that blocks progression. So it could be that those items are both in 9. So raft not necessarily required, but definitely valuable.
I mean, especially since the any key is in there.
Yeah, and so far our key situation has not been great. Ooh, nice 50 rupees for Dunlo there. Team Middle strikes again.
You do not see many players gamble in this tournament, and Dunlo scores with that one.
Yeah, and he was close enough to start that he could just reset it if it was nothing. Ooh.
Oh.
Human has a ladder in the forest. Okay, so now we're burning some bushes for a ladder.
Oh yeah. And
now there are a couple recorder spots in the forest too. So,
I mean,
could be a recorder block ladder, but we don't know that yet.
I mean, I know some people in chat would love that. But that book right now is gold, and Malchior has no idea.
Yeah, Malchior, I don't think has even seen that hint shop, let alone check the actual hints. Does get the Triforce out of 3, though.
Leads 4-1 in Triforces, but Dunlo really, really stacking up the knowledge here. But again, if this is a 5 Triforce seed,
There's 7.
7 in the Southern Coast.
I mean, if he's not going to do 6, he's not going to do 7 right now.
No, absolutely not.
And he's going to grab a potion. He's already got the 6 hearts that would be required for a white sword item.
Which we know now is the ladder.
Not there, though. We're running out of burn bushes. Because this one right here that Dunlo's about to do is technically by a lake.
Interesting.
This one didn't burn. So this is the last one we have, because the one north of here is considered part of the desert. And there it is. There's our ladder.
Dunlo with a 100% chance to pick it up will do so, and he's off and running with a ladder.
And Malchior finds the hints, and he's going to save so he can keep his money. He wants those hints, but he doesn't want to lose all his money for it, so he's going to head right back there to buy those hints.
And meanwhile, Dunlo meets the Iron Bank.
Unfortunately, he does the thing that a lot of us do, which is accidentally throw the candle in the wrong direction, since you have to reset the screen for it.
Oh, and
that was magic sword. Magic nunchucks, if you will.
Indeed.
So Malchior now knows that the raft is going to be useful, if not required.
It all depends where level 9 is and how many Triforces you need to get in there.
Oh, Dunlo's going to do level 7. This is interesting. Yeah, there's 4 possibilities. There could be a raft. One of the raft spots could be 1, 8, or 9, because there's 2 items that are blocked by the raft. Or we could have both raft spots be dungeons and each have 1 item, or more than 1 item, because it could still be, it doesn't have to be that, it's a 1-item dungeon just because we only know of 1.
Tracy, don't look now, but Malchior might just get lucky here. Heart container on the floor of 7, meanwhile, for Dunlo.
It means our item is going to be in the stair.
As it should be. I swear, I've commentated so many of this tournament's races, and yet I'm still not used to, hey, the actual item's on the floor.
Alright, Malchior's going to join Dunlo in level 7.
Zero hesitation, too.
Yeah, we've done a lot of the overworld, and mostly what we have left are blocked locations and Death Mountain.
Yeah,
this may be a segmented 7, because we've had to go straight to the staircase. Transport. No map yet.
The map is still out there, but there was a second way forward in level 7. And Dunlo did not see that bomb hole.
No, he did not. Like it's not blocking much so far, just a tea room. And it looks like, yeah, this is not going to be segmented. That Gliok, I mean, there could be a drop in that room, but unless it's the Triforce, we don't care. It's not going to push with the Gliok there. I think there was a shutter door anyway. This should be the map.
Unless the game's toying with us.
There
again.
it is. Oh, that's...
Whoa.
Okay. It's not segmented. That is a shape.
I don't know how to describe that one. An atrocity, an abomination.
Yeah, you come. I always like to hear chat's ideas more than my own ideas, because unless something just immediately, double heart 7.
Yep.
Unless something comes to mind immediately, I'm not good at the name that ink blot.
A Sphinx looking backwards. Yeah. All right. Chat's better than me at this.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
give 'em
Oh,
that.
chat's much. I mean, chat collectively comes up with much better ideas. I think any of us do.
Yeah. Meanwhile, look at Dunlo absolutely showing that Patra who's boss.
And when you have the wand wood sword combination, it does help. Got
Can you
another
do
one.
it again, Dunlo? For those of us who haven't seen it.
Let's wait out the expando phase and come back in with the non-expando phase.
I mean, you look
Nicely done.
at people who struggle. Just look at Dunlo. That is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen.
And then there was the classic "You Are Here" hint for Malchior.
Of course. And bomb upgrade. Malchior going to check around to see if it bombs.
Is he gonna grab? He still hasn't bought arrows.
And he doesn't grab it.
He still hasn't bought arrows. Dunlo didn't see the bomb upgrade. Also is leaving without the Triforce. I mean, at some point, you gotta start picking up Triforces. You've got one, and you've got a pretty decent coverage in other dungeons. But, you know, the name of the game is get your Triforces going to 9, and so at some point, yeah, gotta have to do that.
Meanwhile, Malchior steadily collecting a bunch of keys. He's up to 4.
And both our runners at 4 keys now.
Yep.
There's the map for Malchior.
There's the atrocity. And Malchior about to find out that this is a double heart 7. And,
there's the other hint shop. We're just gonna buy him. Beat of strength will lead to the recorder.
So power bracelet is required, potentially, anyway.
Potentially. Red ring in 3.
Oh my.
Malchior did not get that.
And what else do we know?
White
sword in 8?
Sword in 8. So I think we must have gotten we got the power bracelet. We know it's in 8. We know it's in 3. We know 7's got the double heart. We haven't seen 1.
Oh, Malchior's got to be a bit careful. Oh, the quick reset gets the best of him.
Yeah.
And Malchior taps out of 7.
Neither runner got the Triforce out of 7.
I mean, it's not going to hurt Malchior too much. Both runners have the item out of 7.
So 8's not going to be on the raft. So either 1 or 9 or double raft. And in fact, let me think about this for a second. We haven't seen 5. So if it's double raft, it's 5 and 1 or 5 and 9. Or 1 and 9. Wouldn't that be wild?
Here's the ladder for Malchior, meanwhile.
Dunlo's going to get into 6. We'll see if he digs this dungeon after the Triforce. Does have the arrows to kill this Goma.
I mean, can you imagine if the recorder's here?
It's not.
It probably
is.
isn't.
Strength to get the recorder.
Oh yes, I'm paying attention. I really am.
Yeah, there's that Triforce. I think he's gonna grab it, and then we'll see if he goes back in. But Raft could be in here, and we know Raft leads to things. And has a very high potential to be hard required in this seed.
There's that
the
arrow
purchase from
purchase.
Malchior. And Dunlo's gonna go ahead and dig this 6. See if he can find an item out of here.
And where's Malchior going, meanwhile? 4 Triforces on the board. Going back to 3?
Could be.
And there's the raft in
Oh,
6.
that's exactly what you want to find if you're Dunlo.
Oh my, and wow, okay.
I mean, I'm
Malchior...
immediately checking these raft spots.
Oh, absolutely.
It's
You've
either
got so
9
much
or it's 1. Like,
you've got so much information pointing you to, hey, the raft is needed for something.
surprised he's going to this one first, but like, it doesn't matter. You're gonna check both.
Oh, the darknet says no, you can't get that fairy, Malchior, and it's level 1.
Level 1. This is interesting.
Oh, the gold mine was raft blocked tonight. How about that?
So let's see, what was it that we had in here? We had the magic key and
the magic boomerang.
Yeah, so we want we're gonna want the magic key.
And
we're gonna want the Triforce.
Malchior just used a potion and took 4 rapid fire bops from a blue darknet.
Yeah, it's so rough.
Or no, wait, 3. That was...
Here we go. Hi, Wizrobes.
Yay! We get chaos in level 1 because we haven't seen enough of it already. I believe this... No, this was the heart container on the...
Yeah, the items on, in this case, the red ring is on the floor somewhere.
Indeed, and
there's the back.
Malchior doesn't know about it, but he'll be happy.
And Malchior didn't see the hint.
Nope.
He doesn't know what he's getting here, which is, you know, it's one of those things where it's... A lot of times I'll find a red ring in a place like this, and my reaction will be, well, that's great. Like, it's going to make things a lot easier, but it's not the progression item I was hoping for. He's probably hoping to find a raft in here. We know that's going to be in level 6, and he's already got the Triforce out of 6, so it may not be the first place he goes back to.
Oh,
I'm really interested to see if this level 1 does indeed have those 2 items that the hints gave us, or if there is another raft block dungeon.
Because if there is another raft block dungeon...
Could be 9 still. Could be 5.
Right.
Those are our missing dungeons.
You're doing a decent job with these.
All right, what do we got here?
And item, magic boomerang.
Yeah, we're gonna take it. He thought about leaving. He's gonna go ahead and take it.
Oh, and 2 keys spent for a compass you don't need in an empty room.
Yeah, it's not what you're hoping for if you're Malchior. And you're going to spend this key because you're thinking you're going to get the any key anyway. There's the heart. You don't have to clear this room, fortunately. There's the heart's just sitting there.
Dunlo now with 9 hearts already. There's the Triforce.
Yeah, he might pick this up after checking this room.
Yeah, but he also knows the any key could very well be here.
Yeah.
And there it is.
Right there. Yeah, okay. So now he is going to take the Triforce. Yeah, if it hadn't been there, I think you take the Triforce here and then you do that left section of the dungeon. Okay, so looks like the raft is required only for level 1, which means we still don't know whether it's required or not because we still don't know how many Triforces we need to get it to 9. I wonder if Dunlo hits up level 3 in the near future. He knows there's a red ring there, which is not a required item. And he knows what it takes to get through it, but he might need that Triforce, and it is a smaller dungeon. He's going back to the Any Roads, though. Where is he going? Going back to the start area. Maybe gonna go hit up get the Triforce out of 4. Oh, he's gonna check the other raft spot. I like this.
The catch, though, is that the red ring was literally at the back of level 3.
Oh, we know. I mean, we knew it was gonna be deep because Malchior had already cleared a large portion of that dungeon.
Well, there's deep, and then there's deep.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's still level 3.
Right.
It's not like it's level 8 and deep in level 8. And it's just $18 in the second raft spot. So still on the search for level 9.
At this point, I think you have to go to Debt Mountain.
Well, we need to find 8. So we know there's a feat of strength dungeon. Dunlo's gonna go ahead and buy a blue ring.
Exact change for it, too.
I think we're still missing our other 2 large secrets, so we're probably gonna find... Like, this is, you know, it's kind of funny when we had a long conversation in a Discord group of us about when to buy a blue ring, and Dunlo actually wrote a document about when you buy a blue ring, and you know what he wrote down in there was pretty intelligent. And this is kind of situation, you know, you expect to find more money because you expect to get those other large secrets, so there's still money out there. And he knows the red ring is in 3, and he knows how awful 3 is to get through, and maybe just doesn't want to go through it unless the game says you need all 8 Triforces, so buying the blue ring in this situation makes a lot of sense. Plus, it turns his turtle to this cool blue color.
Yeah, now Dunlow's controlling Squirtle.
I think he bombed in the wrong spot, though, in that second river. He needs to be on the other side. Hopefully he didn't miss anything there.
No, there was nothing there. Malchior just checked.
Okay. We do get a letter, which is good. We can buy potions. Always like that.
And Dunlo must be smirking a little bit because he had exact change for the blue ring. Door repairs are back to, you want
Nothing.
money? What money?
Yeah. Grab another heart.
East Debt Mountain didn't have much, but Dunlo now with a 20% chance to get mags.
Which was near the start area, if I recall. We did see it.
Vanilla Eastern Potion Shop.
Okay.
Malchior. Where are you headed, Malchior?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he also heads up to Death Mountain.
Bomb pack. Fair enough.
Yeah, Dunlo's gonna need to force a bomb soon. Unless he gets lucky on a global. There's the other set of hints for Malchior.
And now Malchior knows that the white sword's an 8, but it's the other hints that might be interesting.
Well, he doesn't need... One of the hints was the red ring hint. He already has that. He doesn't need that either.
I think chat's on to something. I think we can figure out what's left in each dungeon. We need to find 8 because that power bracelet is likely blocking 5.
Yeah. Or 9. Unfortunately, Dunlo, well, he must have gotten bombed somewhere because he's up to 2 and he was at 0.
And I look at it now, we've only got 3 spots left on the tracker. So recorder in 5, and it's silvers and red candle in 9.
So 9 is recorder blocked.
There is the key thing for Malchior there.
Okay, so the power bracelet's an 8.
Yep.
Which will let you get the recorder in 5. Yeah, there you go. There we have it. We know that if our runners have been paying close enough attention, they're gonna know that silvers are indeed in 9, and we don't really need to dig anything out other than that power bracelet, possibly the recorder, because we haven't found 9 yet.
And I mean, Dunlo down to his last bomb.
Yeah, he's got, does he have a count? Not going to help him. Yeah, he can't really force a bomb off a Pole's voice in this scenario. This isn't a situation. There's nothing to. There's no keys or gels to. Oh no!
And the Octorok scrambled the other way.
I feel like I got the clock too late to go for the global.
Meanwhile, Malchior finished off the hints. Now knows the red ring was in 3, but it's not. It's on his finger.
Yeah, not anymore. Yeah, chat saying never trust a fast Octo. I think you're right. If this is an 8 Tri-4C, then Dunlo's gonna have trouble.
Yeah.
That's the real issue here.
I mean, let's see. 7
there's a bomb shop right here. He's gonna go ahead and buy bombs and probably head up to finish West Death Mountain.
The question is, where is 9?
It's either in West Death Mountain or blocked. That's all we got left. On the other hand, if this is an 8 Tri-4 seed, Malchior needs to get back to 6, get that raft. So the item knowledge is definitely greater on Dunlo's side because he's already gotten the raft and already gone through and knows that level 1 is the raft block dungeon. It's not level 9. I guess we haven't seen this spot either. In the grave, the grave potion shop.
Not much there, though. Not much that Malchior can make use of anyway.
Yeah, I mean more bombs, but like you can't buy, you can't even afford them. Can't even afford to play the money-making game. Where are these other large secrets?
Probably blocked somewhere, or they're on West End Mountain, and Dunlo's about to stumble on them. Nope. Dunlo is rupee list for the time being. And
There's
there is
9.
9.
Okay, what do we got? What do we got?
And we need... Oh, the full house!
Okay. Well... So Dunlo has a lot of work to do. Actually, both our runners have a lot of work to do. Malchior is going to have to go back into 6 to get that raft, because we now know it's hard required. Dunlo is going to have to get the items out of 3, or get the tries out of 3 and 4 that he hasn't seen yet.
Tracy.
And we got 8 up here too, and 8's got
right
that power bracelet that's
right
now
next to
required.
9.
Yeah. We know this is hard required because we know that the recorder is blocked by a strength item.
Malchior might stumble upon boat levels as well. He's getting close, and one more bomb pack, he's there.
And both our items in 8 are in the stairs, so that's nice because we just got the heart on the floor.
Indeed. Another count working for Dunlo there.
Yeah, gonna beat up the old man so he can get a bomb force somewhere. Won't be on these likes though.
No.
And he just took damage anyway, so.
Well,
it's one of the reasons I hate likes. They're like my least favorite enemy. They don't drop anything. They eat your shield. And they're just slow to kill. Although they are one of the enemies that I think Wandfire is really good for.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, this 8 makes sense because we saw what 7 looked like.
Yeah, and then, I mean... Right, game, what the heck?
So, one other thing to keep in mind here. Malchior hasn't been in 1, hasn't gotten that any key. So it's going to slow him up a little bit. Even if he's got enough keys to do everything, he's going to likely be more conservative with his key usage. Dunlo can just use them at will.
But the any key can be a blessing like it can be a curse.
So there's got to be another transport because that the diamond staircase is being guarded by a dig dogger, and the recorder is logically behind everything in here. This could be the power bracelet right here. This has got to push though. Whether it's a power bracelet or a second staircase or a second transport. There's going to be two. Because this is, you know, if this had been the power bracelet, this would have been a logical double dip. Malchior going to get the news. He needs all 8 Triforces.
All right. So, oh goodness. A bomb pack is going to help Malchior out tremendously here as well.
All right, this room can push for Dunlo. It's a terrible room, by the way.
That red ring that Malchior's got is going to help a fair bit.
It is. Yeah, red ring versus any key somewhat.
Yeah, and right now I'm not sure who wins that.
Well, it's, you know, there's a certain amount of execution now. Now Dunlo's gotten rid of the blue wizrobe, so should be able to get the rest of this room cleared out. It does push. This is going to be this could be the other side of that one transport. No, it's the power bracelet.
That is a big item. Boat runners know that now.
And Malchior finds the white sword.
And that was relatively close to start. Dunlo must have pathed away from it.
Well, he saw Oh, okay, I see what happened. Malchior took the illogical transport and put him in a different dungeon. That's what happened.
No, that room can go places, Malchior. You have a key.
Oh my God! Here's another room that can go places.
Yeah.
Now that I imagine if I'm Dunlo, now that I've got the power bracelet, I go back in with the other transport. Because now this is in logic. I mean, he doesn't actually have the recorder, but he's got the means to pick up the recorder, so he's going to go ahead and clip into this. It should get him his white sword. Aquamentus awaits by a lake. You don't say.
Yeah.
Actually,
right?
Malchior doesn't know that.
He's got all of the hints, so he knows a level is raft block, and he knows it's an 8 Triforce seat as well.
He should know that it's level 1 now that he's seen these dungeons up here. Oh, clock!
Question in chat, how rough is the raft to find? It's practically 3 rooms into 6.
Yeah,
if you go the right way.
If you go it's 6, so like you could easily get lost going the wrong direction. The Triforce was like 1 room to the left, although I think both runners went around the long way to avoid using a key door, to avoid opening a key door. The raft was straight up, but he's got to go back to get it. I don't know if Dunlo has picked up a potion at any point. Good boomerang usage, pick up that heart.
This has to be a little frustrating for Malchior. No map, and oh goodness, for a moment there, I was afraid Malchior was out of aid. I was like, you need the power bracelet from here, Malchior.
This room that Dunlo's in should be the Triforce room based on the compass on Malchior. Does Dunlo go back in for the white sword? I doubt it.
No, I don't think he does.
He knows it's there. He wants it. Like, you want that white sword, but like,
here's the thing.
You've got too many rooms to go back, and you've got too much other stuff to do.
And you've got 11 hearts. You've got a 40% shot at mags. So if you've got almost a 50-50 at mags, heck the sword. You want take your shot.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Mags has been found. It is at the Eastern Forest, the Vanilla Potion Shop. And I think Dunlo... Nope. I thought Dunlo for a moment he was going to take a shot at it.
I mean, I think he will at some point. He wants to find level 5 first.
Entirely understandable.
Like, when he goes back to 7 to get the Triforce, he's going to be relatively close to there, with 7 being on the south coast, so he can walk over there at that point.
Could this be the early recorder? No, of course.
Nah,
the rule of 5 still
this is
exists.
a segmented 5. I'd bet money this is a segmented 5. You know, I've said it throughout this tournament. These flags with the non-random start, you get one of two things in these dungeons 1 through 6. You get either a very vertical dungeon, or you get a segment. But it's a little unfortunate for Dunlo having spent that money on the blue ring. I don't think we have. It's starting to look more and more like all the other money is underneath the recorder or underneath the power bracelet.
Yeah, wouldn't argue with that right now.
He doesn't really need to buy anything else, except maybe he'd probably want a potion at this point.
Malchior with the Triforce out of 8.
He's got to go back in for the power bracelet, though.
Yeah, that power bracelet is required.
Mm-hmm. And he should know it by now. Now that he knows it's 8 Triforces, he can't get away with skipping it.
Yet Malchior's out.
Yeah, I don't like this at all. Unless we missed him picking it up.
I'm not convinced this is the right play either, unless... Oh, he's going back in.
Okay, he's gonna take the other transport, the logical transport. He took the illogical transport, and Dunlo finds the Triforce out of 5. I imagine at this point, yeah, and we see the map. It is indeed segmented. Not segmented quite in the way I expected, but I think you gamble at this point that you're not gonna need the recorder. He's gonna go clean up 4.
Yeah, I think you're right, and look out, chat. Dunlo's tied it up.
Chad asking if Malchior knows where the logical transport is. He does not. Yeah, well, yeah. The real problem is he doesn't have the map. It looks like he took the illogical transport again. It's not clear whether or not you can get from one part of this 8 to the other.
I mean, forget 9 being the great equalizer. Level 8 is doing its job right now.
I mean, it can, you know? Like, sometimes you get these wild 8s. 6, 7, and 8 can do that. I remember a seed I called, I think it was in Rookie Rumble 2, where we actually had a 6 that was the equalizer, because it was larger than that seed's 9.
There's the heart
Dunlo's
container
now
for Dunlo.
at 60% chance at Magic Sword.
Yeah.
And this is why you wait to check it, right? Because, you know, you had this 40%, now you've got the 60% chance.
True.
I imagine you check it before level 3, because of the combats it's in 3. And he knows he has to get through that blue Darknet room again.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Malchior ahead. He's in the far west part of this 8. There wasn't that much there last I checked.
I think this might be I guess now. I was going to say it might be the map, but because the map was in the first segment, which was a 2x4 block with 1 room sticking out. So it was, 9 rooms in the first segment. There's Triforce for Dunlo out of 4. Just needs to go back to 3 and go back to 7.
This has been a pretty crazy race. And wow, that is Malchior's last bomb.
I love chat. Slamu with the Dunlo has picked up an entire large pizza at this point.
I mean, he has.
I like it. A good 12 slices.
I mean, he's also picked up 9 heart containers, so it stands to reason to say that he picked up a large pizza and plus 1.
All right, let's see if he can get that magic sword. And yay!
Oh my goodness.
12 hearts or less.
That is not insignificant here, chat.
No, because in particular, because he's got to go back to that level 3.
Yeah, and now he's going back to 7 first.
Yeah, I mean it's more on the path. He'll do, I imagine, do 7 and then maybe up A and take the any road to 3. The only downside to doing it that way, of course, is that he's not gonna have be able to have his full health going into 3. So the argument to walking over there might be there. We do not have a compass though, so we don't know where this.
I mean, whether you like it or not, the south coast and the location of level 3, there's not much distance between the two.
No, he could walk it.
Absolutely,
it might not be that much longer to walk it rather than up A and take the any road.
That's the way I'm seeing it anyway.
Yep.
Malchior is absolutely struggling with this 8. I think that's the second time he goes back for bombs.
Yeah, where was the map? Because I thought Dunlo had the map before he took the transport. We knew, because we knew where that transport was going to be. There was only the one, the transport. Like, again, this is a 2x4 with an extra room sticking out. I believe it's this room he needs to bomb.
And there it is.
In fact, it is. Yeah, and then the transport's right here. But he still isn't going to get the map. The map's not in this room.
Now, by no means is Malchior out of this.
I mean, 9 is still a thing, right?
Right.
And the one downside to Dunlo not digging that recorder out of level 5, aside from the the Dig Dogger possibility, which is always a little scary, is that he can't recorder up to 8. He's gonna have to get up here the long way. He's gonna have to walk.
But again, Malchior might not get it either, and
He might not.
You had 3 Triforces 15 minutes in. You're now at 5, 45 minutes later.
Yeah, and he still needs to pick up the raft at a level 6 so he can do level 1. So he's got work to do.
Absolutely, but
So
there's the power bracelet.
Get a decent lead in level 9.
I mean, oh hey, look, our favorite hint.
Yeah, we saw that on Malchior's side. Unfortunately, Dunlo without a bomb. There's that second room below the B. Oh, and he doesn't have money for the bomb upgrade. He's only got 44 rupees. That
hurts.
That's the problem with that blue ring, and we didn't find those other large secrets. He's gonna have to farm some bombs. Fortunately, we got blue Octoroks right outside the door.
But that does give Malchior a bit of time to catch up.
It does. Now, Malchior also needs to go back into this 7, so...
Now, the problem is Malchior is digging the wrong power bracelet spots.
Yeah, because he's right here. It makes sense. All right, now he's going to go back to start and he'll probably get the right one.
Yep, because the Lost Hills Armos is right next to where you're starting, and sure enough, Malchior about to stumble upon level 5. Now he knows it's the recorder in here, and at this time, I think he's also figured out that the raft is somewhere in 6.
Yeah, I think if he remembers the raft, the sail 2 hints, now that he knows that's got to be where level 1 is, he should know that the raft's got to be in 6. Okay, this is going to be I think this will be either the compass or the Triforce. It is, of course, the compass. I also can't afford the bomb upgrade. Oh, we did not see that room on Dunlo's side.
No, we did not.
You have to give up your bomb there.
Dunlo's got 7 Triforces though after that pickup in 7. Only 3 remains, and you've got Magical Sword, you've got Blue Ring, Red Ring's on the table here, in
I don't think
3.
he gets the red ring because he's the Triforce. He's going to get the Triforce before the red ring. And if you're going to buy a blue ring, you have to be willing to skip that red ring. Actually, I mean, in this case, you just have to be willing to skip it, even if you hadn't bought the blue ring. And Malchior taking a death in level 5 has to start over.
And time's starting to run short.
Yes, Malchior has so much to do. He's got to get this Triforce out of 5. He's thinking about that heart. He's got a 50-50 shot at mags now, because we don't know whether it's a 10, 11, or a 12. Actually, it's not 50-50. It's 2/3. It could just be a 10 heart mags. We don't know. We just know that Dunlo picked it up on 12.
Now, the Triforce was about, I want to say it was about halfway into this 3.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, if you're Dunlo, though, you're hoping that the red ring is on your path, but you've got to be willing to skip it at this point.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the blue ring in hand.
Yep, you spent the money on the blue ring. Let it do its job.
Yep. Meanwhile, there's another key from Malchior. Oh my goodness. I think the pressure's on right now. Looking at Malchior's play right now, is it just me, or is Malchior really feeling the pressure right now?
I mean, this can't feel good. The number of times he went into level 8, you know, Dunlo had a much smoother 8.
Very much so.
And then, even though he didn't get the white sword, but like, who cares? He picked up magic sword shortly after.
Right.
This will be the heart. Yeah, he's
no.
he's thinking about it.
You've got mags. That's all you need with hearts. Yeah. Just keep rolling.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you've got 12 hearts, so either way, pick up the heart, don't pick up the heart. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer at this point.
Yes, this is single elimination. Should the loser of this race is out, the winner of this race advances to face number 24 seed Alsoa in the next round.
I don't think Dunlo's in the right place for this Triforce, though. I think he needs to be a little more to the center. Does need to be careful when he doubles up the wand and the magic sword. It does, if you do it correctly, it's going to do 6 HP of damage. But if you miss, you're going to just do wand damage because it's going to take precedence. There's the compass. That'll help him out.
Wouldn't it be 2 damage with the wand?
Yeah. Whatever I said, it should be 2.
Yeah,
I don't know what I said. Apparently I said it wrong.
You said it was 1 damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair enough.
And Dunlo's in the Triforce room.
Yep. Yep, that compass let him know. He never did see the map.
No. And look at that. Malchior, despite being up 4 Triforces to 1 at one point, Dunlo was the first to grab 8 Triforces.
Yeah.
And he's off to 9.
The big differences? So, Dunlo going back for the raft in 6 earlier, and just having a better 8. His 8 was just so much smoother. You know,
Dunlo
the
didn't
refusal.
go back for the raft in 6. He came upon the raft first.
No, he got the Triforce first. I think it was in the same dip, though. I think he went right back in.
Potentially, I seem to remember him finding the raft before the Triforce.
Nah, I'm pretty certain he found the Triforce first. He might not have. There's the recorder, by the way. So now Malchior needs that recorder to matter at this point.
Yeah, I think that's Malchior's ticket back into this race.
Yeah. And even that, I mean, it just depends on how quickly, you know, does he go the correct direction in level 6? If he doesn't, then he's going to be in trouble there.
Absolutely. And with that, 1 hour, 7 minutes, 56 seconds. MrDunlo now wait. Okay, what? No. I thought I heard a roar early.
Oh.
No. I'm so used to listening for the roar that at this point I'm sort of feeling like I've already heard it.
Mm.
Yeah. You can blame my. We're not getting into that. Not today. Anyway.
All right. Malchior gets his Triforce out of 5. Needs to go back to 7 to get his Triforce. Needs to go back to 6 to get his Raft to go get his Triforce there. We find the red candle in level 9, which we knew was going to be here. We do need to find silvers, though. That is
Oh yeah, we do.
I completely forgot about that. We have 3 things to look for. We need to find those silvers. We need to find the roar, the door.
Yeah, that's 3.
Dunlo's going to leave those bombs in the Stalfos for now.
I mean, you're
There's
full.
the map. That helps.
How terrible is this 9?
That's
Yes.
pretty bad. That is a big 9, which, you know, to be fair, some of the smaller 9s are much worse than the larger 9s.
You're looking at 59 rooms, Tracy.
I see more holes than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see 7 holes.
7. Oh,
So
great.
57
I
rooms.
miscounted. By the way, Dunlop's got the compass.
Yeah, but he really wants the silvers.
Yeah, of course, but having the compass isn't bad.
It helps.
Is it-
Southeast.
Hey!
Okay. Oh, we're in the right area. Can we bomb? Can we bomb to the...
To the left. Still considered southeast. And
And we can. He's going to start a count up.
working the count. Boomerang for 7 and 2 sword swipes. He's at 9.
Be right here. This could
And
be
game says...
it.
Okay.
Not sure what that bomb was for.
Me neither. There's your bomb force.
There we go. Now looks like Malchior got his raft out of 6.
I mean, that's step 1, but Dunlop... No!
No,
I could
not
have
here.
sworn the silvers were here.
I mean, we're running out of southeast, so there's not that many places left to go. It could be this room. Could definitely be this room.
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, Malchior going to refill on bombs again. But Dunlo may have the first piece of the puzzle here in 9.
This is almost certainly the silvers. Yes,
It
yes, it
is.
is. Okay.
Piece number 1 in Dunlo's hands.
And now I imagine you walk over towards the blinking dot, hoping Ganon's just on your path.
I would have to agree with that. Malchior in the 1 now.
Yeah, and there's a good chance he misses the any key. Now he's got 4 keys, so he's gonna probably be okay.
Yeah,
But
he
it
knows
could
the
become
items
a
in
factor.
here at least.
Yeah, because we had the Sail 2 hints, which was Blue Boomerang and any key. But the any key is 1 room past the Triforce, so it would not surprise me if he. Yeah, I hear a roar.
Oh goodness! The call of
Can we
bacon
get
from
in?
Mr. Dunlo. Can we bomb in?
No,
Uh-oh.
because I think we've seen below here.
So magic staircase to get to Ganon, perhaps.
Yeah, I would just take this stair unless I can bomb up, and we can.
And
Okay, here we are.
and at 1 hour 12 minutes and 5 seconds, Mr. Dunlo has found Ganon and will need just 4 hits with that magical sword to knock out the pig. And that's about as
Very
clean
nice.
as you can get him. Triforce of power in hand from Mr. Dunlo. Knows the location of the kidnapped. Can we get
Can we
there?
bomb? Can we bomb out of this room? We can. Okay, now can we get... Wow, this... Can we bomb? Oh, it just doesn't want us
Oh,
to
my
bomb, right?
goodness.
Bomb to the left.
No. It's... Uh-oh. Burns himself to reset his count. He's at 5.
Yeah, at 1 bomb, you don't want to use it there. So probably
No,
gonna take one of
absolutely
these
not.
transports after, unless he can get himself a good bomb drop. If he remembers, like very close to start, there was a Stalfos with a bomb in it.
Oh,
No, he got the
miscounted.
keys. No, he got the keys. He just needs to kill something else. Oh no, you're right. He did miss it.
He killed 5. He killed 5 and then
You were
Killed
counting
3
too. I was not counting.
only to bomb the fort.
Okay, but he does have this. If you remember, he is a Stalfos in the room to the right here. Maybe
Right.
there's one up to the right. There was a Stalfos with a bomb in it.
Malchior now with the Triforce in 1 needs to get back to 7.
Yeah, there it is. There's that bomb.
But now with the pig down, MrDunlo just needs to find the path and the kidnap to knock out the number 9 seed of this tournament.
I would try this transport first. Gonna set up account again.
Malchior now into 7.
Oof.
Wants a bomb pack, and MrDunlo. Those danger noodles, Tracy.
I mean, they still do a heart of damage with the blue ring, so
Oh, yeah.
I would go in. I've always said that the wand fire is made for the landmos. You don't get the book until level 8, and you don't see the landmos until level 9.
Right.
They make quick work of them, so that's what I would be doing. I'd be killing that landmo to get that wand ready immediately.
It's almost as if Dunlo listened.
Yeah, I wouldn't get that close, but he does get a fairy drop, so he's gonna have a decent bit of health. I would go through that transport, see where it takes us. Unless the transport was here, I don't remember. Did we not try bombing that? I thought we tried bombing that.
I think we did try to bomb that.
Meantime, Malchior is in the wrong part of the dungeon for his Triforce.
All right, where are we headed with that transport? Anywhere close to that blinking dot? Oh, heck no.
Not even close.
Oh, dear.
Nowhere close. A little surprised he's going this direction. I would go the other direction. Again, just go towards the blinking dot.
I mean, transports in 9 are funny things, Tracy.
They are. Like, if there could be a double transport. It's not going to be here because that's a shutter door. And I think we're now to the point, yeah, there's nothing else here.
No. And, okay, there's the up and A for Malchior. Knows he was in the wrong spot. Now he's looking to go towards the right spot. Dunlo, exploration in 9. Resets the count again.
Yep. You're just mad at the old man.
No.
It is funny the way it looks, though, when you think about it. There's that bomb
absolutely.
for. Good job.
There we go. I mean, Dunlo has been methodical this entire seed.
Yep. Not able to get any bomb drops off the Garria there, but we're going to take this transport. See if it takes us anywhere close. Oh, this is better. This is better.
Oh, yes. This might be it. Dunlo's done absolutely nothing crazy this entire race. He's just run his race, not taken any gambles.
Oh, yeah. This key door should get us there. Do we have a shutter? We do.
And that is your door. And do we call this an upset? Get your GGs out and chat, everybody. Your race winner is MrDunlo. Official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 4 seconds.
I mean, by seeding, it's an upset. But am I surprised to see MrDunlo win this race? Not in the least.
No, you're
would
right.
I have been surprised if Malchior had won this one? Absolutely not.
And Malchior with the Triforce in 7, but I think he just saw the bad news as we are now joined by our race winner, MrDunlo. Congratulations. You're moving on.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know. I got nothing. Kind of a weird seed for these flags. Felt like it was playing like regular old Consternation, like get all 8 Triforces, something's raft block. You need the power bracelet to get the recorder. Like, definitely did not feel like the modern tournament season, you know?
Yeah, for sure. We're also joined by Malchior. GG's, good tournament for you. Just couldn't quite make it happen today.
I couldn't full clear fast enough.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're the when you watch this back, you'll see the two big differences. The smaller the big of the differences was Dunlo getting the raft out of 6 his first time in there,
Ah, balls.
and the other difference is level 8. Like level 8 just beat you up and spit you out. Dunlo had a much cleaner 8. Found the map, took the correct transport to get the power bracelet the first time.
Dunlo, how'd you find that so easy?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't remember where the map was, but I want to say.
For once in my life, I used my noggin a little bit instead of Mal and I know each other fairly well. Like GG's, man. Like it's actually objectively, I don't know. I think we could run this back as evidence for why. Yeah, best of 1 has its pros and cons. Best of 3 is legit. I'll put it this way: Mal was probably a 70-80% favorite to beat me. He wouldn't say that. He'd be humble. We've raced a bunch of times. We both beat each other. But yeah, so anyway, that being said, I used my noggin, right? So I didn't clip through the dig dogger because I had a hint that said the power bracelet blocked the recorder.
Genius.
So, yeah, I was like, oh man, I can't go through. Now, there's been some dispute lately of, are the hints really always true, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, whatever, man. Like, I paid for hints. I'm going to use the book. So Dig Dogger can't be blocking the power bracelet.
That was so good.
Because the power bracelet's needed to get the recorder. So, but this bad boy did logically want you to double dip it. Because you couldn't get the try, I don't think, without the Dig Dogger stare. And honestly, also, right after I got the power bracelet, I died in the room right next to it, which that might have been my play of the day. Because then after that, I skedaddled after the top part. So it might have just been a good strategic death.
Yeah, I even mentioned when we saw that staircase that was the out of logic spot. That was the out of logic transport, and there had to be another staircase. Now, I thought maybe the other staircase would just be the power bracelet, and then you'd go back to the Dig Dogger diamond stair.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, you had to take the other transport.
Yeah, Tracy, I was on the same wavelength. I was like, oh man, like this thing wants me to get the recorder out of this one room and then come back. But yeah, it was a weird seed. I think the hints kind of really helped me out. It was super weird to know the silvers were in 9 pretty early by having everything eliminated. And knowing red ring was in 3 was kind of cool, because I bought the blue one and was just like, whatever, I'll be fine. So I didn't come back there until I had Magic Sword way late.
Yeah, I struggled a bit in 3. I was hoping it had a cool progression item. I didn't find that hint till a little later. So when I got the hint for the raft, that magical key and boomerang are blah 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 raft block. I'm like, okay, 2 items are raft block. I know power bracelet's an 8. So that's either 1 or 9 that's raft block. I didn't know which one it was yet. And so that's why I was a little kind of, oh crud. I need raft just in cases. And that's what sent me back to 3 early.
Yeah, I mean, there was still the possibility that there were 2 raft block dungeons, but we kind of assumed it was going to be 1 or 9.
Yeah, I think the chain of information, it'd be interesting to go see who got what hints at what point. But I knew exactly what you knew about the raft, but I think I might have also known the red ring in 3 thing.
Yeah, if you got the hint, that was
the second hint shop had the red ring.
Yeah, the hint that was at Vanilla 3, that was the hint that told you about the red ring.
Yeah, so I did have that one. I didn't know if that was in a dungeon or whatever. But basically, my options to find the raft were either go back to 6, or which it was my first trip, but I knew it was up there. I just bounced after I got the book out of 2. I was like, whatever, I'm going to buy hints. I'm not gonna dig a level 6. And I've been playing that way lately because honestly, I'm not playing enough. I'm not practicing enough. So I'm playing knowledge heavy, basically. So my option was either go fish around Death Mountain, hoping that the raft is in, I guess it would have had to be level 5. Maybe I had no other options. Maybe that's why I went to 6. It might not have even been a smart thing. It might just been literally, dude, we have nothing else we can do.
I had 3 Triforces in 8 minutes, and I'm like, I don't know what route he's on, but this has got to be like the OG route right here. This feels so freaking good. It was scary
Yeah, I
how
wasn't
quick
on that
my
one.
early. It was scary how quick my early game was going.
Yeah, you
And then-
were booking it to Triforces, but not getting all the items.
Was that RAF ladder blocked, y'all? Wasn't there a Chevy in that six?
Yeah, maybe.
It
Might have
wasn't
been.
a Chevy room. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, but it was just sitting on
Glad
the
one of us
floor.
remembers.
Let me tell you though. Okay, so we always play the game of what ifs. Okay, so here's how it works. I messed up that Kanana key. Y'all saw me mess up that Kanana key in
Yep.
6 the first time.
Mhm.
I up an A to reset that Kanana key so I can do it again. And then I get the continue key that opens the door on the left. I'm like, oh,
Yep.
sweet, let's go see what's here. I get Triforce, I bail. If I get that Kanana key, I might walk into that Chevy, see that raft, and know to immediately return later. So
That's
that was unique. I've never had something like that before.
Yeah, it was a super weird one. The way like it was a very knowledge heavy seed, and like who got what hints in what order probably cooked up a lot of the outcome here.
Yeah.
It's weird. Usually I find the book and it's like, Goma dwells with the book, and then like 3 other things that I already have. It was weird that the hints were actually like actionable.
Walk over the
and
water to get the
interesting.
boomerang,
Yeah, because it was like what Tracy said, like I didn't know if there were 2 raft block dungeons, I didn't, it was weird spot. Yeah, we didn't get step over the water to grab the boomerang, a rare occasion.
I know,
A
right?
lot of those chain reaction seeds usually are chain reaction out of the gate. You gotta find something to get started, and then you find all the progression items back to back. It started as a jet seed. It started as such a jet seed. I had wand in like 6 minutes, and I was like, oh, good gosh, this is terrifying.
Yeah,
And
I found
then-
the wand without the sword, and I was like, ooh,
Nice.
that's going to be cool, because I always check like the top right before I do the letter cave in case I die on the way down. And then it felt way less cool when the sword was right next door. I wanted that sword in Death Mountain at that point. But yeah, I didn't even get the Triforce out of there because I had the item. Honestly, if it didn't roll 8 tries, you might have got me if it were like 5 try, because whenever I got in like
Mountain.
Yeah, I got in like total go mode, and I still had to do levels 5, 4, 3, and 7. So like I was definitely like items first, and yeah, it worked out this time. Doesn't always go that way.
It
got a
took me
question
forever
for
to
you,
get to
Mel.
Death Mountain. Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, so you had enough money to buy the arrows. You already had the bow. What was behind skipping buying those arrows early on? It was either right before you did level 4 or right after level 4. I can't remember.
It was keys, because I had knowledge of 3.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to buy a key for certain. So I'm like, I'll go through 4. I'll make progression in 4. I know arrows are here. I can come back later. And like maybe I'll find another arrow shop in passing while I do more overworld checks.
Mm-hmm.
And the Pulse Boys were on the overworld, so it didn't matter
Yeah, that
much
does make a
until I
difference,
ran
yeah.
into that Goma in the back of 3.
Yeah. Which you didn't need to kill,
Yeah.
fortunately, but it doesn't feel
You gotta
good,
kill
right?
it to get to the red ring.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But you didn't need it for the Triforce. You didn't technically need it, so...
I killed that Dark Nut room way too many times.
yeah,
I'm like,
that was a...
if
that was nasty.
something good back here, I win. Nothing back
Mhm.
here, whatever.
Yeah, I beat it once in the early game with Wood Sword, and then I went left and died in the bottom corner. And I had the exact thought, but in the negative way. I was like, dude, if I should have gone up there, I am hosed right now. So, yeah, I got lucky. Those bad boys didn't end up mattering.
Yeah, I skipped past the Triforce to look for the item, got locked in the Goma room, had to up an A. It's like, oh, I gotta kill it again. But I had wand. I'm like, I can do this. I got wand. It's fine. They trolled me a little bit, killed me 3 times. I'm like, one more time. That's it. Just one more time. I probably spent 3-4 minutes, maybe longer, just in that one room. It felt bad.
Yeah, because they were probably like 9 or 10 HP or something. They took 2 magic sword swings. Or they took 2 if one of them you also got the wand in there. Otherwise,
Yeah.
they took 3. That was just brutal.
Yeah, so good on you for paying attention to the logic in 8. That was killer, dude. I thought there would be some stupid bomb hole somewhere in that dungeon, and I was right. But because you paid attention to the logic, you had much fewer walls to check.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. Me paying attention to logic. It's a rare outcome. I don't know if that sentence has ever been said about me in the 40 years on my planet. So, got lucky on this one, man. It's a tough loss. I was going to be rooting for you if you got me. So now I guess I got to try and keep winning. Who am I playing? Am I playing Diane or Alsoa? Alsoa. Okay, that was going to be a fun one either way because we have so many newcomers that are coming in hot, and you play these people and you're like, they've only been playing 6 months, but they're awesome already. Oh, crap, I'm getting old. I'm getting rusty. And we had 4, like, well-known to each other names where we have played each other in so many battle royales. We played so many races over the last 5-6 years or whatever that this was going to be a fun little quadrant no matter how it shook out. So always a good time with Alsoa, so that'll be interesting.
Well, before we let you have your little extra sweet Malchior, the one really sad thing is I was hoping to call one of your races with your wife at some point. She and I will just have to call a race that's not with you in it.
Yeah, we'll have to wait till the summer. Her schedule will be a little lighter in the summer. We get any
so maybe whatever summer thing. I don't know if there's going to be an SG Live or a lot of people are clamoring for another All Boards No Swords. That'd be fun.
Someone's got to put it together if that's the case.
There is that. But we'll make that happen at some point. There's still not races that you aren't playing in, so if she wants to tell her, we can still do one of those. But
for reals, y'all two hook up.
Yeah, so you're out of the tournament now. Sadly, we're at the point where that's just going to be happening. What are your last thoughts on the tournament?
I had fun. This is a great flag set, a good showcase of skill, but a lot of volatility. There ain't no one gonna have a perfect bracket for this tournament. No one can predict this mess.
Absolutely. All right, thank you, Mal. And MrDunlo. First of all, let me thank you for spearheading the whole awards show. Sadly, I couldn't watch it live, but I made certain to watch it as soon as I could. And great job, just like last year.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I genuinely thought it wasn't going to happen this year. I switched jobs this year, and my schedule was all different, crazy, whatever you want to call it. And I needed a lot of help. Like last year when I did it, there were multiple guest presenters, quote unquote, like the Moblin and the old man and stuff. And, which may or may not have been me in my garage with a microphone. And this year I was telling a couple of folks, I was like, y'all, it ain't going to happen without help. And Malchior was actually maybe my first DM. It was the day I put the preliminary call out for help. And he's like, hey, we have 3 Malchiors that can volunteer to be a part of this. And so genuinely only happened because of the people. It was like 15 awards I had to fill, but then I think I got more guest stars. It was almost 20 people that worked together on that thing. So it was just a really cool, I was happy that I came up with the concept of doing it, but the only reason it's cool is because it showcases how cool the entire community is. So super fun. And now I guess we gotta keep coming back. I guess it's annual at this point.
Yeah, well, I mean, other people have already stepped in to help make it work for next year. Shout outs to PDX Rex for setting up some stuff that we can actually start filling things in as time goes. As we find nasty seeds or close races or what have you. So that's a really neat setup we have going for next year.
Yeah, big shout out for Rex, because that's not my vibe. My vibe's gonna be y'all see me. I don't even play with a timer. I'm not like a data person. My vibe's gonna be like, oh crap, we need to do an award show. Let's do stuff fun, So having that organization and, like you said, the year-round submissions and stuff, it's gonna be awesome.
All right, and in the meantime, you're still in this tournament. We already talked a little bit about it, but anything else you want to add about facing Alsoa? That's a neat old school matchup.
Yeah, it's gonna be super fun. I don't know. I think he and I have the same, we like a lot of the same things in Z1R. One of the ones that's completely irrelevant to this is we're 2 of the few people that like Second Quest. I think some
I
people
like
came
Second
around. There we go, Tracy. Let's go. I think some people have come around, but I think that shows a personality trait that we don't mind like a nasty seed. Like I like a seed where I can buy a blue ring and it's not a waste of time, you know, stuff like that. So I have no clue. We both also just do things that when we do them, we're like, I'm just making a move here, and then we go all in on it. So yeah, it should be a fun one no matter how it shakes out.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you very much, and good luck in the next round. Nice to see the turtle again. And oh, by the way, this was the second time I think you've raced where we had the "I like turtles" message. So that was kind of funny.
It's destiny at this point.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
but yeah,
All right.
it was a great race. Apparently, sounds fun to watch back. Malchior, GG's, man, getting out of Swiss with a 9 seed. Super impressive with this field. That's crazy. I was sweating me even making brackets, honestly. And yeah, thank you to those of y'all on the team that helped out. Everybody that's helped with this tournament. It's been awesome so far. So appreciate y'all.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks
But
for
yeah, that's
joining
pretty
us.
much going to do it for. Oh, get something else, Mel?
No, I'm good.
All right. That's pretty much going to do it for us here. There are still races going on. I even just double checked a few minutes ago, so hopefully they're still going on.
They
We
are
do
still
have-
going on, yes.
Yeah, we have over on Speed Gaming 4, we have Antlers versus Stags. Over on Speed Gaming 3, we have Equations versus Why Must You Hate Me. And over on the Z1 Randomizer channel, we have Crimson Avix versus Pedantic Potato. So 3 races to choose from, all still going. I'm sure you all tune in to one of those races, and I hope you enjoy over there. Lots of races tomorrow. Too many to shout out. The earliest one starting at 6 o'clock. But yeah, hopefully if we get the volunteering that we got today for tomorrow, I imagine we're going to get everything on Restream. We even broke out the Z1 Randomizer 3 channel today for the first time in who knows how long. So
It's been about, I think it's been about a year and a half before.
yeah, I didn't even know we had a 3. So
We have a 4 under
we have a
wraps if
4.
we
I
ever-
found
we
that
ever
out
need
today
it.
too. So shout outs to the restreamers as well. It looks like Kamian did one. Also did one. Fury did 2. I know CD Improv has recently took up restreaming. I know Jess Andy does a lot of restreaming. So shout outs to all those people for doing that for us. In the meantime, here we had Crump doing the tracking. Can't say enough about our trackers. Trackers always the MVPs of our tournaments. And of course, Mooners and Phoenix, always a pleasure to do commentary with you.
Absolutely, Tracy, one of the best in the biz. And as well, I mean, Crump79, thank you so much, because I always say it. Without trackers, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. As we found out a couple of times tonight.
Yeah, those trackers are invaluable, so thank you very much. But in the meantime, go pick a race to watch. We're done here. Good night, everyone.
Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the tournament.